How many miles to Babylon? 70 miles and 10. Can I get there by candlelight? Yes, and back again. If your heels are nimble and light, you may get there by candlelight.
Sergeant Lance, homicide. Who's the guest of honor?
Registration on the roll says Jerome Eagleton. I don't think it's a homicide. Looks like a heart attack. Who called homicide?
I was driving by and saw the disco lights. Figured I might be able to help. Heart attack, huh?
He's got a medical alert bracelet that says heart problems. Goes into CA, pulls over to use a phone. Doesn't make.
Do me a favor, Bart. Run a full organ recital on this guy, will you?
Even if he's got a ruptured heart.
Yeah, for me. Put it on my accounts receivable. And, check and photograph that ligature mark.
Well, look at that. Didn't even spot it. Wristband must have covered it up.
Does anybody have a light? No, I was talking more like a flashlight so Dr. Link can see what he's doing. Cop punchers are like dishonest lovers. You can never trust them completely or bust them quickly. They keep you awake. But when you ignore them, you're always wrong.
Oh, Chris, watch out. That has my little sister's shell collection in there.
I got it. All right, that does it.
Chris, I can't believe you spent all day long doing this. How the hell did I let you get away?
I think you said get your two-timing, maggot-ridden ass out of my house.
I said that?
Screamed.
I'm sorry. You're a bud.
It's pretty electric for a girl who's getting married in 2 days.
Hello?
Is Chris there?
Yes, he's here. Just a minute, please.
Hello?
Hey, who the hell was that?
Little Lindy Jean Lynn, you remember her?
From 4 years ago? Geez, Chris, you're hopeless. What are you doing for her now? Cleaning her toilets?
Storage. She's getting married, moving to Tampa.
Little Lindy Jean Lynn's finally getting married. Maybe now she'll get a last name, huh?
No, not really. She's marrying a guy named Sid Paul.
So what do you got for me besides all this attitude?
Well, the coroner's got a DB on Ocean Drive. He thinks it's a natural cause. I think it's a red ball. Maybe a silk stocking.
Doctor of Death thinks it's a natural. What got you going?
His car was parked perfectly at the curb, and it was in park. The handbrake was set. I mean, how many coronaries you know that take time to do that? Also, his wristwatch was on really tight. I don't think he did it unless he wanted to lose his fingers to gangrene.
And?
And maybe a ligature mark on his wrist, I'm not sure.
You gonna go to the chop shop tomorrow, watch the opening?
I'll be there. You need an engraved invitation, or will a phone call do?
I'll be there. Call me with the time.
You got it. I've been to a lot of organ recitals, but I have never been able to find my appetite
Any
here.
place in town where if you get sick, you can't make it smell any worse.
Everything says heart attack. He had a ligature mark on the right wrist, but I can't say where that's from. He had a severe myocardial infarction. Or as you two cockahoots put it, the pump blew and the hump flew. And there were traces of amyl nitrate in his blood.
Amyl nitrate, how about that?
No, it's used to accelerate the heart. Heart patients often use it.
Yeah, right. Can you get us a precise time of death?
Judging from the maggot infestation, I'm saying he died about 9 o'clock last night.
Thanks, Doc. Now, go ahead and put him in a deep freeze, but don't release the body for a day if you can. We might want to follow up. And can you give me a hard copy of the toxicology report?
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Like, we're supposed to believe this guy's lying there for 3 hours with a $10,000 wristwatch on, and nobody rolls him.
No way, he was moved. And the poppers, amyl nitrate, could have been used for sex to get him off.
Little white noise for the bedroom? This guy was a golfer.
Absolutely.
Here's his background.
Jerome E. Wu-10, 1697 Lawn Summer Drive. It's behind the gates. Doberman country.
No way, they shed. This guy has terriers for 20.
You're on. You cheated, Sam. You were here last night.
Hey, it's a knack, Sam. I'd never cheat. Come on, hand over the Jackson.
This guy lives alone. He's a recent widower. Nobody left to pull the grass up over his head.
Yes?
Yeah, Lance and Lorenzo homicide, we call it. Thank you.
We'd like to ask you a few questions. What's your name?
Carmela Ramon.
Hey, Carmela, what time did Mr. Eagleton leave here last night?
I not on duty last night. It was my night off.
You always have Thursday nights off?
Unless Mr. Eagleton's out of town.
You know, we'd like to have a look around. I'd like to look at his bedroom if I could.
Of course. It's to the left.
Great, thank you.
She seems real upset.
Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about getting a maid. So much cleaning, you do so little time. My clothes end up everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen you try to hit your hamper from your bed. You shoot like a honky.
Well, I think my socks much better than my T-shirts. Thank you.
You're welcome. You don't wear these to sleep alone. Tuck back behind these for everyday wear.
I think this desk has been tossed. I've got no phone dial, no appointment book. And these stamps are in the wrong drawer. They're not with the envelopes. This guy was neat, but some of the stuff looks like it's been juggled. Then we get forensics to redust it. Now, when I talked to Carmela earlier, she said that the appointment calendar and phone dial were always kept on that desk. Somebody swiped it. She also said the patio door was unlocked this morning. She thinks it was locked the night before.
Well, he's got heart pills, but no amyl nitrate in the medicine cabinet. He's got Mr. Jockstrap undies and ligature marks on his wrist. Could be a silk stocking.
Yeah.
Let's say Mr. E's into rough sex with people who don't want to be tied into it. No pun intended. The amyl nitrate puts Mr. E into sexual overdrive, but it blows up his heart. So the perps dress him up, dump him. They come back here and they get his calendar and his phone dial. So what do you think?
I think I need a maid like Carmela.
One X-ray 16, we have a DB at 4315 Marina Boulevard. Meet Sergeant Lance at the scene.
To the woman at 249, 249, North Winter, apartment 207.
This is X-ray 9, wants warrants DMV on a teal vet, 2 Victor King Olive 806.
Roger, X-ray 9. Stand by.
She's a hooker, Sam. Works at hotels down at the beach. I've seen her. I think she's a hit-for-hire specialist.
1 X-ray 9 on your teal vet. 2 Victor King Olive 806. No wants or warrants. DMV registered to Vivian Lapointe at 1907 London Street. The sheet is sort of extensive.
Give us the overview.
Most of the priors are for sexual sadism. She's a dominatrix.
Roger. You're right.
I'm gonna go over to her place. Now, why don't you walk the guest of honor to the shop, and I'll meet you there in a couple of hours. Okay. I got here, somebody was tossing the place.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I didn't get him, though. Chased him off, but I got her appointment book. Thursday night, H. Cameron, 6 p.m. Big influence, big money, and if he's part of this, Sammy, it's big trouble for us. I'll meet you at your place. You there?
Yeah.
Whistle, daughter, whistle. Whistle, daughter, dear.
I cannot whistle, Daddy. I cannot whistle clear.
Whistle, daughter, whistle. Whistle for £1.
I cannot whistle, Daddy. I cannot make a sound.
If Jerome Eagleton was playing golf with Harlan Cameron and his pretty young wife, it was undoubtedly a best ball threesome. They were playing on a jagged course with too many physical hazards. These golfers dressed for pain, and most of the balls probably ended up in the rough. What happened to you?
I walked into a pipe.
Didn't you watch where you were going?
It was swung at me from behind, Rita. I blundered into it. Went down like a cow at a slaughterhouse. I feel dumb. I need sympathy.
Poor baby.
Don't lay it on too thick, Sam. So, did you get the autopsy reports back?
Yeah, she had carbon monoxide in her lungs.
Ah, she actually did the Dutch.
She also had a perforated eardrum all the way to her cranial cavity. Either she was real careless putting on her hat or somebody put a hat pin in her eardrum.
What's this, Sam? Are you getting headaches again?
Look, Chris, I have a brain aneurysm now. I just told you about it because it was a weak moment and I needed some sympathy.
Poor baby, come here.
Look, now I don't need a mommy, so just give it a rest. I'm sorry. I'm just upset. It's not you.
You're not so tough, Sam. Come here. I seem tougher. You storing baseballs in here?
Is it that bad?
What's wrong? I've never seen you this tense.
Nothing. You're weird. You know that?
All right. You know, we gotta get a plan. If Vivian Lapointe was palling with Monica Cameron and Jerome Eagleton, then we gotta creep up on this, because they got lots of shiny tools and smart attorneys.
Just keep an eye on me, okay?
Just keep an eye on you. You know, what do you mean? You're scaring me here. You mean medically?
No, I just mean if I start acting funny, just give me an elbow in the ribs. Just don't let me mutter and spit, okay?
Look, you're my best friend, Sam. I mean, you're my bud. Now, if you got a problem, I want to know about it.
But I'm not going to tell you.
Why?
Because.
Because. That's sharp, Sam. I love intellectual arguments. What am I supposed to look for?
If it happens, you'll know.
Ready. So you guys are gonna try and bring down one of the most rich, most powerful guys in all of America, is that right?
Yeah, but we think we got a good shot.
Yeah, well, you're one shot, it better bring him down. This guy's a big meat eater, you know that, don't you?
We think that Cameron and his wife were golfing in rubber jock straps.
A couple of real sick schnauzers. You know, back in the old turf, they'd have been big targets. Run the numbers.
Vivian Lapointe does out-call work for high prices. Now, her specialty is domination and masochistic sex. She ends up dead from a hat pin in the ear. The ME's got her at about midnight on Thursday. Number 2, she had an appointment at the Cameron's estate, 6 o'clock that same night. And number 3, Jerome Eagleton was dressed by somebody else, left near his car, amyl nitrate, ligature marks on his wrist, which ties into Vivian Lapointe.
And the red-blooded American hunches go like this. 1, Vivian Lapointe and Jerome Eagleton went to a party at the Camerons. Eagleton used amyl nitrate to maximize his pleasure, while Vivian or Monica both beat him to death with tennis balls, feather boa, whatever the hell the leather queens are using this month. 2, his heart couldn't take it and he's on the arc. 3, Vivian gets wobbly, she can't handle this. So Cameron and his wife do a little ear surgery with a hat pin, dump her, stage of suicide. We don't have enough to move on them yet, and we don't want to burn ourselves as cops. But we definitely want them to feel the warm breath of the law.
Yeah, see, that's why we want to send in Davis and Oates, just to stir things up a little bit.
I'm going in. And I'm going in alone.
Hutch, I don't think that's such a good idea.
But you got a problem with this?
This guy is mean. If things go sideways, he'll jam you.
What's he gonna do to me? Huh? Oh, he's gonna have me kicked out of Palm Beach. I'll send him flowers. This cat's mine, you understand? Now, what's your next move?
We thought we'd go down to Leatherland, get decked out in play suits.
Oh, rope the dopes, huh? I worked undercover back in Detroit when you two were still gumming on graham crackers. I know it gets the cops' blood up. You watch your backs. Perverts can be unpredictable. Do you understand me? Okay, let's bring them down. And I want it in red ink on my desk by the end of the week.
You got it. Oh, Skipper, be careful, okay?
I don't see any problem. Not unless they bring me one.
Hi. You must be Hutchinson.
Homicide.
Won't you come in? May I introduce my husband, Harley? This is Commander Hutchinson.
Captain.
Captain.
I made a decision to take this meeting without benefit of counsel because for the life of me, I can't fathom what it is you think you're doing here or what you think we have to do with this dead prostitute.
Vivian Lapointe's address book said she had an appointment here yesterday evening about 6 o'clock.
We weren't even here. My wife and I were on a fishing trip on our boat. I can supply 3 witnesses.
Is that right?
Maybe Phil.
Who's Philip? I think you're gonna need that counsel, Mr. Cameron.
I don't know whether you've had your full ration of Wheaties this morning, Mr. Policeman. But before you start trying to threaten me, you better be ready for one hell of a lot of grief.
You've obviously taken me for somebody who really gives a damn. People may shake and quake when you speak down here, but I ain't from down here. Now, you mess with me and I'll snatch out of here so fast it'll make your head spin. And you'll be wiping ink off your fingers.
Phil Parker. He's a friend of Harley Jr.'s from college. Harley Jr.'s working in Aspen, and Phil's been using his apartment, helping out in the garden. I'll show you where he lives. Just so you won't get the wrong idea, Captain Hutchinson, I want you to know that I have thoroughly ravaged this young man with my husband's approval. Actually, He even likes to watch.
You're pretty frank, aren't you, Mrs. Cameron?
No. I'm just telling you things you'll probably find out anyway.
Vivian LaPointe.
What does it mean?
Where else would he be, Mrs. Cameron?
He still has his room at the college.
You're telling me this choir boy is killing hookers with hat pins?
Hutch, this kid's being set up. We're supposed to believe that he chills her in his room and sticks around for afternoon classes?
Maybe you're right, Lorenzo. Maybe somebody planted the purse in his room. But this puppy's going down. We have a prior on him. Seems he likes to go around the campus flashing Mr. Happy. We're taking him down. I want you to keep rolling on Cameron.
Look at him. Innocence personified. This kid isn't even parked illegally.
Cameron is not like anyone you have ever met before. He will scorch the earth to get what he wants.
You know?
Oh, yeah. You can't hide some secrets forever. You try, but the big, dangerous, emotional ones get so heavy they change the way you walk. They poison your spirit. They force you over an invisible line to a place where you shouldn't be standing.
Yeah.
Chris, I need to talk.
You okay?
No, I need help.
Who lives here?
The Fullers.
The...
Not the brush people. He's in oil.
Look, Sam, what are we doing here? I mean, you said you wanted my help.
Look, Sam, just let me take my time with this, okay?
Okay. Okay. How do you know this place? I mean, do you have friends who live here?
I grew up in this house.
This place costs $5 or $6 million bucks. Look, I happen to know that you went to Palm Beach High School and State College, all right? And what happened? You forgot to send your application into Vassar?
I lived here till I was almost 7 years old. I had my 6th birthday party right over there. We had ponies and a clown. And my dad did magic. Come on. RLF, Rita Lee Fontana. My dad was Donald Fontana. He was a pretty big deal around here in the 60s. When I was 6, he went broke. Bad investments, bad advice from a friend that he thought he could trust. The friend talked him into a bad land development deal. He lost several $1 million. The friend sold out early at a profit. And he didn't warn Daddy or the other investors that Daddy had brought into the deal. So we had to sell the house and move.
And you lost all this?
Kids don't care about any of that. I just wanted my dad to love me. You know? I mean, that was all that really mattered. When I was born, my mother died. So it was just me and my dad. He was my best friend. When he went broke, it destroyed him. And the friend who lured him into the business deal turned on him and tried to make it his fault. He got quieter and quieter. And then he started drinking. And then it got to the point where he wouldn't even go out of the apartment anymore.
Sammy, you were 6 years old. It wasn't your fault.
I would rush home from school every day to be there with him. And then one day, I came home and he was dead. He shot himself in the head. When I was growing up, he used to read books to me. My favorite was Mother Goose Rhymes. He used to pick one out every day, and we would memorize it over breakfast. That's what I remember most. He was so sweet. When he died, we had nothing. So I was raised by foster parents, Tom and Sue Lance. They treated me wonderful, like I was their own. I took their name because they meant so much to me. I said it was because it was the only way I could show them how grateful I was. But inside, deep inside, I feel like I was embarrassed of him. Chris, I feel like I betrayed him. You know, I feel like at first I failed him, and then I was ashamed of him. And I don't know how to get him back. I just wish that I could see him one more time and tell him how much I love him.
Gotta let it go, okay? Let it go.
I'm afraid, Chris.
Harlan Cameron was the best friend who destroyed your father, wasn't he?
I can't do this alone, okay?
I'm here for you. You can lean on me. Can I make one suggestion? You don't live here anymore, and you're not gonna find him here. You gotta look someplace else. So, can we get out of here? This place is giving me the willies.
Hey, heartbreaker. Been some long time. You were into that little English scooter?
Ashley, that was 6-8 months ago.
Probably 6-8 girlfriends since, huh, baby? Wow thing.
Bobby, I need some info on a couple of grand fromages, a hit-for-hire hooker.
We must be talking about the late Mistress LaPointe.
Yeah, a cat named Jerome Eagleton. Camerons, any of that sound like a match?
They all play in the Grapefruit League, but their division requires helmets.
Talk to me.
Wow. I played a few parties at the Camerons. Got to talking with some of the help. Rumor is these two swing. Cameron's got this dungeon in the basement. He likes to watch while she plays. Whips, chains, restraints, all the pain you can take without going to a Madonna concert.
Sounds kinky. How do they get their players?
I don't know. It's not my flavor. But I do know how you can find out. They've got these rent-a-spooks for protection. PIs who work for intelligent investigations. On C Street, II Inc.
Mostly ex-CIA guys, I know.
There's this guy named Arliss Combs, ex-sheriff. He's got sand in his shorts about II Inc. They bounced him for insufficient brutality or some damn thing, and they didn't pay him for his last 2 months on the job, so he might be worth talking to. I understand he cooks crystal for a living now. Developed a target fixation, so he ought to be easy to open up.
Thanks, Bobby. I owe you one. If you ever need anything, you ask.
If one of these jockeys in here ever ends up destroying me, don't you dare rest till you find out who did it, huh? I don't want to die and not get the last laugh, huh?
I promise. One bud to another, you're the best.
You wild thing.
Hi, Phil. I'm Sergeant Lance. I wanted to talk to you. Now, your attorney is here to protect your rights, but I am here looking for anything to support your claim that you're innocent.
Thank you.
Now, you had an indecent exposure charge on your record. Can you tell me about that?
I was being initiated into a fraternity at college, and during Hell Week, the brothers picked me up as I was leaving class, and They took me off the campus, and they took my clothes off and pushed me out of the car. It was an initiation prank.
I'll check that out. Did you ever meet Vivian LaPointe?
No. No, I never met her, never.
How did her purse end up in your apartment?
I don't know. I swear I never met her.
Can you tell me anything else that would substantiate your alibi?
No. No, I was alone. I can't prove I didn't do it, but please, Sergeant Lance, don't let this happen to me. Please, I didn't kill her. I didn't, honest to God.
Where are your parents?
They're dead. I'm all alone. You know what that feels like?
Yes, I do. We needed to find somebody who knew what was going on with the Camerons. We found out that they had employed a private security company called Intelligent Investigations, Inc. And word on the street was that a former cop named Arliss Combs was fired by II, Inc. because of a drug problem. So we went to look for him.
Arliss, you got a minute?
Take a minute anyway.
Turn around, Arliss.
It's in the right-hand pocket.
Right-hand pocket. Ooh. Arliss, how could you, huh? Crystal meth and you used to work for the law.
All right, what do you want?
Let's get you in the car, Sugar, so we don't get you in trouble with your clients.
Watch your head, Arliss. All right. Name of the game is Jeopardy. First category is II, Inc. and Harlan Cameron. First question, people who wear leather and swing from wall hooks.
Look, we're not on the dope detail, Sugar. We're on a homicide, but that doesn't mean we wouldn't help our brothers on Vice. However, that would be difficult to do with the guy who's helping us with our investigation.
Come on, Arliss, Mr. Clock is ticking, and you're not gonna beat the buzzer.
Look, I got no love for those guys. He beat me out of 2 months' pay.
So help us out, what do you know?
I worked for them for only 2 days, but according to the other guys, they're pretty kinky.
All right, how do they find their players?
They go out in the limo, and they go to this place called Nightmare Cafe. Monica cruises the bar and dresses for easy access. She hunts for tropical fish, yuppies mostly, with experimental personality. She's really good at picking them out, too. She lures the couple back to the car and introduces them to Harlan. If one look at him doesn't scare them off, it's back to the estate.
How's that part work?
Monica supplies the hip action, and Harlan gives out the prizes.
He pays them.
Depends on the fish. Sometimes that's the deal, sometimes it's strictly for sport.
Vivian LaPointe play very often?
Sometimes, when they couldn't find amateurs. But can I ask you a question? Can I have my crystal back?
No. But I'll drop you out of rehab, walk you in, and get you settled.
What, are you kidding me?
No, but I thought you were kidding me.
Come on, Arliss. Out of here.
I guess we better find a store and get something to wear. Tonight is Thursday night, and we are going to get chosen. I'm okay. I am in control.
I didn't say anything, Sammy.
Yeah, well, I can read you faster than the morning paper.
I know that you're in control and you got everything together, but let this lead in reverse.
I knew that. look like a sword swallower.
The style is adagio chic. You are supposed to be the sword swallower. Look, I want you to take it easy. Right? These people are not equipped with standard wiring, and the II Ink guys are for the loon killers. Don't go out in turns.
When I get mad, I just get colder.
Now there's somebody who hunts with rocks, Sam.
You two look lonely without me.
Three's a crowd. We like crowds.
Want to make it a threesome?
Why not?
This is Harley.
Good golly, he's kind of old, Monica.
Sammy Lorenzo, pleased to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure's mine.
I'm Sam, too. We're both Sam. Gee, this car is awesome. Sammy, you remember that time we went to that limo to go to Carrie's party? We went down to the beach, all of us swimming naked.
Yeah, but that wasn't no stretcheroo like this. How long is this thing?
This is a 120-inch stretch.
Ooh, you could party hardy in this, couldn't you, hon?
Yeah, don't shout it. Tell me about it.
Why don't we try some of my 50-year-old scotch?
Could I have mine with some ginger ale?
Well, we'll have to get that at the house.
We don't need our suits to go swimming, do we, Sammy?
No, just our skins, baby.
I don't know why Monica had to go change. She was looking pretty hot to me.
She always changes before we go downstairs.
Yeah, why, sugar?
Pleasure and pain.
Pain? I don't know if I like pain. Sammy tied me up one time and he tickled me. You remember that, Sammy?
You bet you love bug. Hey, Mr. H, you have any more of this scotch? Pretty doggone smooth. Smooth as a baby's ass.
Smooth as a silkworm's tummy.
Smooth as a record producer's smile.
Monica, what's keeping you?
Sam. Good golly, Miss Molly, would you look at that, Sammy?
Oh, no, that's a sight for sore eyes. We gotta get you something like that to wear, Sam.
Pass it on. He doesn't play at first. He likes to watch. Come on. We have surprises below.
Good golly.
Uppers, downers, heroin, and cocaine. Why don't we strip for action, kids? Well, let's go slow. Would you like to try making love under restraint?
Now, see, I don't understand that. I mean, if you're tied up, you can't, well, you know, use your hands.
That's what your mouth is for, honey. We could start with me. You want to tie me up? How about you, Samantha? You want to let me try some things?
Gee, I don't know.
I need to see the Camerons.
Get out of here, Combs.
It'd be worth their while. Of course, I gotta be taken care of, and that's $20,000.
I said, get out of here.
20,000 plus the back pay you guys owe me.
What are we buying? Some overcooked biker dope?
Hey, I'm talking about saving your job.
What's the info?
I think if they're down there partying tonight, they're in trouble.
How so?
I think they picked up a couple of cops. If they did, I can make the ID.
Just a minute.
Be right back. Don't leave. It's nothing, I'm sure.
Well, they're a real amusing couple, aren't they?
I don't like this. Here. I won't be looking at you. If things go bad, I'm gonna start something. But don't let me eat any lead.
That's them. They're both cops. They're working homicide.
Get her purse. Rita Lee Lance. Rita Lee. I knew a little girl once named Rita Lee. Unusual name. Brunette, green eyes. She'd be about your age now. Her father went broke around here.
No, he didn't, you piece of dirt. You set him up.
Interesting how the world plays its tricks, isn't it? Are you here for your pound of flesh?
You gonna kill me and Chris like you killed my father?
Ned, I don't want these two to be found.
It's a 7-shot clip, Arliss. Come back down.
Harlan, you throw a hell of a rough party. You know, I haven't heard of one of these places yet that didn't have secret taping facilities. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe Jerry and Viv died for the bird. End game.
The world show plays its tricks. Little Miss Rita closes the books 20 years later. Do you want to read this dirtbag his rights, or should I?
Now, kids, no roughhousing in the back seat.
Oh, Daddy, do it again.
Okay. Here we go. Nothing in the hand, nothing up the sleeve. Button. Who's got the button? Aha, here it is, behind Susan's ear.
For every evil under the sun, there is a remedy, or there is none. If there be one, seek till you find it. If there be none, then never mind it. Can we sign it, Daddy? Can we put our names in it? So in a million years, people will know we were here together.
You bet, honey. We'll use this stick.
I love you, Daddy. But now I have to move on.